brokered by eXp Realty, and owner of the Empire Realty Group.
And we are Sisters in Real Estate.
Yay!
Y'all,
Yes, we're here live.
Welcome to yet another episode of Sisters in Real Estate. I'm LaShawna, the realtor.
Come on. And I'm Nikita Jacobs, your home and loan girl.
Let's get it. So,
and we are Sisters in Real Estate.
Hey? Well, I mean, we are Sisters in Real Estate. I hope y'all know us by now.
I'm extra today, y'all. So get ready, okay? Get ready. It's gonna be an extra episode.
Let's get it. So, like, I felt like we were. I don't know. Maybe I had a little level of claustrophobia last week, like with the whole snowmageddon and us being stuck in the house. Like by day 3, I was like, I gotta get out. Like I gotta get out of this house. My husband was like, you just gotta get out the house. Yes, I do. I have to get out. So we got out, I think day 4. I was like, the day the sun came out, I was like, let's just go see how the roads are. And luckily, like leaving out of our neighborhood, of course, it was still pretty icy and slippery because, you know, a lot of people. And then we have like a bridge leaving out of our neighborhood. So that was really the only thing, was leaving out of our neighborhood that had like a slippery kind of slope. Mm-hmm. But other than that, the roads were good. But I felt like I was like, I cannot sit in this house. I haven't seen outside in 2 or 3 days. Like, I think I'm about to go crazy.
See, I was the opposite. I was enjoying it. Well, I wasn't enjoying, like, I didn't get out. I do not get out in that. I just don't. My nerves are really bad. So you can only, I'd be like, So I know, but I enjoy being in the house. I was able to get things done, you know, and so for me, I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. Now I was ready to go when it was time, when it was over. Okay. It was like, okay, I've had enough of this.
Right.
I'm gonna get back in
R&R. And I love being in the house. Like I don't mind being in the house, laying back, kicking in, watch TV, just relax. But like, I don't know, it kind of forced me to work because I really didn't have an excuse not to work. Only thing I couldn't do was like show houses, but I still needed to find stuff for people. I still needed to, you know, follow up with people. So it was just like, my work didn't stop, but my whole house is home. So it kind of just had my mind just.
That part. The whole house was home. So you could get things done, but you kind of couldn't because of course the interruptions kept kind of happening. But it was good though. I enjoyed it. You know, I got to spend some quality time with the family, and you can't never go wrong with that. So that was good.
Well, let us know how y'all weathered the storm. What did y'all do to survive, I guess, mentally being in the house for 3 or 4 days if you're in Texas? And you experienced that snow that we had, last week? Week before last.
Yes, I think, week before last.
Yeah.
But yes, I think everybody was ready to get out because when we did get out, I was like, where's all this traffic going?
Oh my God. It was like people were driving like they were crazy. I'm like, what is going on? Did y'all think we were driving 2 or 3?
Listen, you best know Nikita is gonna go 5 miles per hour. Okay. If I think that it's still a little ice on
it. Yeah, better safe than sorry, I say.
Me too. Plus, I don't know if anybody's ever spun out before, but you know, if you have,
I kind of like fishtailed a little bit before one year.
Yes, I have. So therefore, Nikita is not. Okay,
I
was scared for my life today.
A little traumatized.
Yeah, a little trauma there. So I don't get out.
But no, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with some of the market stats that we have here on the real estate market. But of course, we're remixing it a little bit, and I wanted to touch on the down payment assistance. The down payment assistance programs just announced a 4% option for people that want to utilize down payment assistance
in Texas.
In
Texas.
Yes, in Texas. In Texas.
You got to remember to kind of say that because,
because some people, may not be in Texas. So in Texas, they just announced one of the programs just announced a 4% down payment assistance option for home buyers, first time home buyers, and some of it is for people that are not first time home buyers. Down payment assistance option. And then I do have a couple of the notes from what they shared with us, so I'll share that with you guys. I'm a realtor, so I'm not going to dive too much into the weeds. I'll leave it to the expert, the home and loan girl, for that. But it is 4% and it's limited availability. So it's pretty much first come, first serve is what they're doing. They just released it February 1st. And if I'm not mistaken, what they said was it was pretty much going pretty fast. Like people were like, lenders were like snatching it up for their clients, for their applicants that qualified for it. So some of the small fine print is that it's being offered by T-Shack, which is one of the Texas down payment assistance programs. This one is limited to first-time home buyers and those that are below 80% of the area median value income. That's the weeds that I'm saying I'm not getting into. So there's an income cap that you have to meet. You can't exceed it. It's 4%. It's for the government only loan. So that's FHA, USDA, and VA. So if you're financing your first home using any one of those programs, that's one of the criteria that you have to meet. It says that the rate to use at 4% is 5.75, you know, when they talked about it. And it's a first lien. So if I'm not mistaken, it's like a silent lien. You don't have to pay it back, but there is a 3-year deferred forgivable option that they have. So to not get too much into it, when you do down payment assistance, I did a live video on this last week, just trying to kind of high level overview it. When you opt to use down payment assistance programs, they have their own fixed rate. And, you know, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, because this is your lane, Nikita, but they have their own rate. So I know a lot of financing options out there to get creative for a lot of buyers to be able to get a lower interest rate is like the 2-1 buy down, 3-2-1 buy down to lower the interest rate. If you opt to use down payment assistance, you cannot change the rate. The rate is going to be what the rate is. Whatever they're telling you the rate is, that's what the rate's going to be. You can't change it unless you refinance later or sell your house or something like that. But as long as you're in that loan, your rate is going to be a fixed rate of whatever they're offering. And at the time that they were explaining this, the rate was 5.75. And there are other perks that you could qualify for, which are like a mortgage certificate, which you cannot use with this program, which is pretty much like a tax break on when you file your taxes. That you could apply for when you do file your taxes and have to pay. And then again, it's first come, first serve is what they have on here. They do have the resources are being offered as a priority in targeted areas. So they do have first come, first serve basis, but they do give priority to certain areas. What those areas are, you have to get with your lender to find out what those areas are that would qualify. Let's see. When they say your income eligibility, how they determine your income eligibility, it's household income. So anyone that will be on the deed of trust. So if their name's going to be on the deed of trust, that income is considered. So if y'all make too much based on whoever's going to be on the deed, then you don't qualify for that program. But that's how they calculate household income. Now, if there's somebody in the house that's not going to be on the deed, their income's not counted. Let's see what else I want to tell you guys. There aren't any additional fees. There's no additional fees other than what is currently charged for the down payment assistance program. So, excuse me, like I said, there are several down payment assistance programs out there. And some of them are grants, some of them are second liens, junior loans, however you want to say that, silent liens on your mortgage where you're not paying it, it's just there. But it's not free. Nothing in life is free.
Say that again, please. Say that again one more time.
Nothing in life is free. So although they're giving you the money, there is still a cost to be able to utilize their funds. What those fees are, talk to your lender about that, and they'll be able to break it down. And then last but not least, what I'll talk about is the credit score. For T-Shack, which is a program in Texas, the minimum credit score to be able to qualify for this down payment assistance program at 4% is 620. And that's your mid score. They go by your mid score. So if your scores are 675, 650, and whatever, and 640, they're going to go with that 650 because it's literally the number that's in the middle of those three. That's
where do you find your credit score? If you need the credit score, where did they find your credit score?
According to my knowledge, you can find your credit score on Experian.com. You can go to myfico.com. You can go to TransUnion. My preferred, what I tell my clients is to use myfico.com. That one is what I've seen to be as close to what you guys see, Nikita, in the mortgage world. But Credit Karma is not your friend. Credit Karma is not going to tell you the correct score. In my experience, it's been pretty accurate on what's on your credit, like the accounts, your debts, but not the scoring system. The scoring system is usually 20 to 40 points, in my experience, higher or below what your score actually is.
And Credit Karma is the right, and we know what we're not going to talk about, but it's just Vantage scoring. So it's not the right tool to use for your mortgage score. Gotcha. But it's a great tool to use to know where you are, on a Vantage scoring and what's on your credit. So, but yes, you're right on the question for you too on this, because I was looking. What did you say the rate was that they said?
5.75.
Okay.
Which is not bad.
Did they say that's going to start February 1st?
They started releasing those funds February 1st.
Okay. Because I'm looking on their website. I'm like, okay, I see something different. I'm going to send it to you too. But yeah, okay. I would definitely say it's also an eligibility quiz on there too that they can take if you're eligible for it. Mm-hmm. That way that can kind of help you navigate through that process as well. So yeah, that's good information. It's not free, guys. You're going to have to pay for it in your rate. And I think also if they do decide to do the 3-year deferred, I think you can't refinance or anything like that in that time frame, or you might have to pay it back. Is that something?
It becomes due. Yep.
So, if you don't plan to stay in there long, or if you think that you're going to refinance because you want a lower rate if the rates happen to drop, just know you're going to be working that money up.
Yeah. Yes. And also keep in mind, like, you have to know what it is that you need, what you can afford. I think we touched on this in the last episode, or a couple episodes before now. Know what you can afford, know what you need, because like I said, if you utilize down payment assistance, you have that's going to be your interest rate, whatever rate they're offering at that time for the amount of assistance that you take. So if you need a lower payment, but you also don't want to spend all of your savings, it's kind of like you have to choose your hard, if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
Like if having a lower payment is the ultimate goal, don't utilize down payment assistance if you do not need it. Now, if you're just like, I don't want to spend majority or all of my savings on buying a house, what are you saving money for? I mean, emergencies, but this is a huge investment. And if it is one of your goals to be a homeowner and you're in a position to do so at this time, now is a great time to buy. Now is a great time to do it and use it. But choose your hard. You can't get the lowest possible payment for your price point if you're going to use down payment assistance, because that interest rate is stuck and you can't buy it down. Now, if you want to put down a big, large down payment, then okay. But again, it's still going to require you to put something into it. Mm-hmm. If you want to have a lower payment, then don't use down payment assistance. Use what money you have and have your realtor have a conversation with, you and your loan officer about how can I get the lowest rate possible and have the seller contribute to help me with my closing costs so I don't liquidate all of my savings. Mm-hmm. It's an option. So just keep that in mind. You might want down payment assistance because it's there, you qualify for it, but is it really going to help you? Does it really help you achieve what you're trying to achieve when you're purchasing that house? Does that make sense?
No, it makes complete sense. And I think that that's a great way to explain that, because I think a lot of times when people call me, they're like, hey, I want first time home buyer. Okay. I mean, basically down payment assistance. They call it first time home buyer to get you in the door, you know. But as you know, it's down payment assistance, and there are things that come along with down payment assistance. It is assistance at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like you said, choose your heart. Choose if you want a lower payment. If you get locked into this one where you're doing the deferred one because, you know, maybe where your credit stands or what you can do, then that one, it does require for you to be in the house and you cannot refinance for 3 years, from my understanding.
Yeah, that's correct.
So if that's the case, you need to know if rates drop, that's going to impact you.
Yeah.
So is it even beneficial to do that and know that you're not going to be able to participate in the rates going lower? You know what I mean? When it's time?
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, so.
And there are options where they do have ones that probably cost more in interest that you don't have to pay back, that you don't have to stay in the house for 2-3 years, where you can move whenever you want to if the rates drop in the next 6 months to a year, and it benefits you greatly. Hey, go with that one. But just again, choose your heart. Like if it's your goal to buy a house, buy that house. Don't let small things that could be resolved with a great conversation and a great plan, don't let it alter. Don't let it, stop you from moving forward with accomplishing that goal. So, speaking of goals, what goals have you accomplished?
One of my favorite.
Like we're in what, mid-March, mid-February. Oof.
Yeah, February. We in March.
We're trying to get there. We're in February. It's almost Valentine's tomorrow.
45 days. We're halfway into the first quarter.
That's right.
And the goal now is to figure out where you're at within those 45 days. Hopefully, if you've been measuring your goals and you kind of been tracking where your goals are, where you're at, because you should be, then you would know kind of where you fall. Are you on track or is you slack? So just kind of making sure we're managing those things. I'm big, like I said, I'm big on goals. As you can see my sign back there, it says goal diggers. Okay. And then a digger, sorry. And then her next level, which is, let me go ahead and show you. Yay. So this is my lovely book that I designed, or I actually created the content, but I didn't have somebody design it for me. I love the pink and gold.
That is awesome.
Pretty, and it's so me. As you can see, everything I am right now is pink and gold, including my lipstick. Okay, so anywho, but this is what you get. Like, I always tell people, if you're going to set your goals, you need to have a balance of personal goals and career goals, professional and personal. You have to be able to balance that. It's all about self-care. Your personal may be, hey, I want to go back to school. Your career goal may be like, I want to have this amount of clients. So those are some examples, but you want to have a balance of them. You don't want to have so much career and you forget about your personal growth, because you can't be better in your career business if you're not personally growing. So think about that, but it is on Amazon. So you just type in her next level goals. If you do order, if you can send me something, I'll give you something, but I want to send you this lovely pin and this nice bracelet.
Pretty.
I actually have the bracelet on. It says, I don't know if you can see it, her next level. Oh, and please ignore the.
There we go. Oh, yeah. I seen it. Yep.
Okay. Please ignore the nails. Okay. No, I didn't have time to go get my nails.
Hey, babe, you should see mine. Hot mess.
I'm trying to hide them. Okay. But goals are important. If like if you're setting your goals, one thing that's great about this book is that it's undated. So it's not like you have to put so much pressure on, okay, I need to get started in January. Well, if you get started in February, it's fine because it's not dated and you can use it through February of next year, So just know it's at your pace, but don't let that slow you down. You want to always keep your goals and make your action plan and set your morning routine and things like that to kind of help motivate you to get those goals accomplished. So evaluate. It's time to evaluate where you stand on your goals, where you're at with your goals. It's literally first quarter. So it's still a lot of time to make for, if you have lost any momentum or if you've gotten things come up in life and life happens. And so, you
gotta roll with the punches. You gotta
roll
roll with the punches. So that's a goal. That's a planner and a goal setting book. So like, can we write down our goals and like plan out? Like, is it a calendar? And
so it is a calendar in here, but it's not like a calendar. See, here's the calendar, but it's not your calendar um, like a regular calendar in a planner. No,
gotcha.
It's more so like here. It gives you your daily, like for you to write down.
Gotcha.
Your daily focus. So today I'm going to focus on X, Y, and Z. So that way it's going to help me get to my goal. And so it does that every single week. And as you do see here, you want to make sure you are, what's your prayer and what you're thankful for, know? So I'm trying to make sure I didn't.
I love that. I love that. You have to be intentional. And they say, write it down, make it plain, It
has a monthly reflection.
Wow.
So you can, make sure you kind of keeping up with yourself to ask for highlights for the month, what words you would use to describe that month, what challenges did you face for the month, and what you can do to improve next month. Like say, for instance, you didn't do it, and it gives you a quarterly too. So you do have monthly and quarterly reflection. So
awesome.
This was my baby. It's the second year.
I remember when you first told me you were going to put it together and you came out with like a prototype. And then I guess you were just like, no. Let's take it up to another level. Like, and bam. That's awesome.
I got to redesign, the first time. That's why it's so important for you to do it. That's why you write your goals down. I knew what I wanted to do. It was a matter of executing what I wanted to do and give yourself grace. Because sometimes you might need a little flexibility, and that's okay. Yeah. But just don't forget about your goal. Don't forget about what you're doing, So, definitely. And goals change too, and it's okay too. So just make sure, you kind of are evaluating what you want, being honest with yourself. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Be intentional. Because for me, sometimes it's hard for me to like not plan, but like make it like a to-do list. Like, okay, what am I doing this day? So I literally have to sit down and write down, okay, today I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. And then I'm trying to get to a point to where the night before I can write down what I need to do tomorrow or look at and see, okay, what did I accomplish today? Okay, this is what I have to do tomorrow. Like I literally have like a running, so I need that book. How much is the book on Amazon?
On Amazon it's 32 something and change or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely need that because I have just a running list of what I write down, but I think that it'll help me if I can. I think there's what I need to accomplish, what I didn't. Like that's really good.
Yeah, you would love it. It is very useful. I'm thankful for it for sure. I'm trying to find oh, I guess maybe it isn't. I thought I had a little section for notes in here.
I thought I seen something.
It is right here. Okay. So you have your notes, like you can kind of jot down your notes and stuff. So yeah, okay. It's like I know I'm not tripping. I know I put notes in there. But yes, I'm big on goal setting. I think that it's important for you to know the direction you're going. And as we know, if you what a goal without a dream is a goal without a date or action or something is just a dream. Like you're just wishing for it. And I mean, you gotta put the work in.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You can manifest some things that'll happen, but there are times where you do have to work for it and you have to execute a plan.
Right. Okay? Yep. Especially if you're self-employed, like self-employed people. And if you're trying to grow your business to a certain level, you will have to have a business plan. And that's pretty much what that is it's a business plan, writing down what it is that you're trying to accomplish, what it's going to take to get you there, and what you're going to do to get to that next level. So,
and I want to make sure I say that right. Is a goal without a plan is just a wish. I kind of fumbled through that.
A wish, a dream. Yeah, it's the same.
Right. So it's all about the execution, the plan, the deadline, the date.
Yep.
Because if not, you got to have dates. You got to have things that you can measure your goals by. Yeah. So
and you know what? I think we should wrap this one, and I think we should start giving like words of the month or words like something like that for people to kind of take with them. Like let's do let's say for this month, since we're kind of mid first quarter, execute. I like execute.
Let's execute. We what?
Execute.
Mid quarter. So this is a reminder. If you haven't been doing it, it's time to execute.
It's time to
So
execute.
you know
Get
how
it
it
done.
goes.
You can make it work and go on Amazon, find her book, Her Next Level, and it'll come right up. And just, support
Yes.
and be intentional about accomplishing your goals for this year. Like she said, even if you haven't accomplished or done what you were supposed to do for January, it's not too late. Go ahead and get started and make it happen.
Yeah, don't get discouraged. Just make it happen. I agree.
Yep.
And if once you purchase it, if you want to send me an inbox of the screenshot or something, to show that you purchased it, I can send you this, this bracelet in pen, so that way you can get that as well to go along with it. So,
Awesome.
but I'm excited about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. But
are you gonna have like a book signing or anything, or a launch?
I wonder if I should. Well, no, I'm not going to sign people's stuff. They don't want people signing. But I might have a book signing. I just never knew that you could have a book signing unless it was like a book you wrote. Like, you were actually.
You create your own lane, your own environment.
But I didn't, it's not like a book storyline. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, man, we can throw a nice little brunch together, impromptu.
Book signing.
Her next level brunch. Like that's
her next level brunch. I like it.
Just
I am trying to think of maybe some other things that I can kind of do with it to kind of help, the customers that have purchased it, kind of help along their journey and goal setting. So, but once I get there, I'll share it, for sure. So
yeah, I agree. Well, this was great. I really hope this helped everybody or helped someone, even if it was just a small little aha moment. I really hope that we were able to provide some type of value to you today in this episode. Remember to empower each other.
Embrace your true self.
And evolve on your journey. We love y'all. Peace out.